because you're...
Yeah?
Yep.
All right, I just want to start off by acknowledging the rec cleanup. Thank you to everyone that came out, all families, Acton Rec Department. Want to discuss some upcoming events, talking about painting the dugouts and getting rid of the metal bleachers. One bleacher.
Yeah.
Do you know how we're going to do that?
We're gonna scrap them.
Okay.
I think that was our plan.
Yeah, we
It's a little handout.
we
Oh,
hadn't
thank you.
decided, like, who's gonna haul them up.
Right.
Like, who can do that? They're pretty big.
They are.
Well,
Can
we-
you cut them and
Yeah, we
down?
could cut them.
Okay.
Will the dump take them?
No, we could take them to the scrapyard and
Yep.
we
Weigh
could
'em in.
get the money and put it back into the wreck.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll be able to do that before snow?
Yeah, most likely.
If
Okay.
snow doesn't come
What do you need to cut them up? Do you have a grinder?
Yeah. Or a Sawzall. Go through it. A
So-
grinder, metal will cut those.
Can we actually ask somebody to come pick it up?
We could.
But then
Do you,
we wouldn't-
They probably want some money for it, but,
Right, but then we wouldn't gain anything from it.
Yeah,
yeah.
do you want to do it after, do we have time to do it after the game on Saturday?
What's Saturday? Yeah.
Well, Apple Fest is Saturday.
Oh, Apple Fest, that's a long day, yeah. Got a lot
Yeah, you
going
might
on
want to
that
wait
day.
until the following week.
So the following weekend, we could do it.
Yeah?
What's the date?
I can bring the generator down again and we'll just fire it up and just get the grinder on it and do it, just knock it down real quick.
Yeah. That would be the 29th
Yep.
of
Do-
September.
Do we want to paint the dugouts the same day and get it done?
Want to paint them? We were discussing paint. Chris, what was your thoughts on, you did say the paint at our house, but do you want to donate that, or do you want to keep that for our house? You said the
No, I
same
can,
color.
I can hit up Sherwin-Williams to see if they can give me some more
Okay.
paint.
So what date is that, the September 29th?
Yes.
You guys want to paint the dugouts and get rid of bleachers?
Is there anything else we need to do at the fields right now, like before winter?
Well,
Bleachers.
let's talk of getting the flagpole, the electric.
Yeah.
We gotta talk to Dave Winchell to see when he's available.
So when they called you today, or whoever called you,
I called them. I
You
called
called-
here today.
okay, and they said that they couldn't make it today to meet,
They canceled.
and they were going to reschedule for next week.
Jen Rose going to reschedule it because I did ask her, do I have to call for that? Because we're trying to get it done like ASAP before winter.
Yeah, because we need the electricity or the rink is
For,
not.
yep. So,
And she said next week would work.
And this is the town electrician, right?
Yeah.
so I can actually call Jen.
Tomorrow.
I can call David Winchell if you want.
Oh, okay, the electrician.
No,
the
he's the excavation.
excavation guy.
Oh, okay.
And see if, do we want him to be there for the 29th? See if that's a possibility?
To dig the trench?
What I was thinking, well, when we reschedule with Jen and have him, the electrician there, and that way they can all figure it out together. We can
You
all
could get
figure it out
everybody there at the
together.
same time, yeah, and just figure it out.
I think if we tell him, 2 weeks' notice, that's fair, right?
Yeah.
If we set a date and say this is the day we're going for, can you
Yeah.
make it?
Yeah, I definitely want to start doing that because I feel like with the electric and the pole and everything, it's been like all looped around. So
Yeah.
definitely, let's
And
work
we need
on getting a
electricity
set.
for the skating rink.
Yeah, I definitely want to get a set date for electricity, and I definitely want to get a set date, because they came out, they did the estimate. We were looking for somebody cheaper.
What is the
so-
estimate on that?
What was
How
that?
much? Which
The
part?
electricity?
Yeah.
The original estimate was like around $2,500 to $2,700, but that wasn't with the two poles that we're gonna add and the added, power sources to the poles. Because we have to have on target, they're out of Westbrook, come down to put the poles. That's where we purchased the poles from the electrician who purchased the poles. They're about $800 to $900 a piece, I think he told me.
So that's on top of the 2,700.
Wow.
Right, just for the poles, then the wall wire and CMPS, they get involved. They might have to move. From my understanding,
That's just from the
they have
road
come
to the
off-
first pole, right?
Well, they have to come off the nearest transformer, from what I was told.
Right, okay.
But I don't think that's true. I'm not sure. But there is a transformer where the lady has the painted rocks there.
Okay, so
Just
it's
beyond.
not a huge distance, okay.
Right.
Now, in the past, the rec has used electricians from town that are licensed, and they've volunteered. Would you guys, if this doesn't work this week with the electrician meeting in this upcoming week, I know of like 2 electricians that in the past have volunteered for the rec to wire different things that would probably volunteer.
It's something we'll have to talk to Jen about, only because I think they really wanted to use the town electrician. That's what I heard, so I
Well,
don't know.
I did talk to her about it.
You did? Okay,
Because
okay.
they encourage us to use the town electrician,
Okay.
but we don't have to. And if there's an electrician, a licensed electrician in town that can do it for free, that would save us a lot of money.
Right.
Sure.
Then it would just be purchasing the poles
And
on
any,
target.
just so you know, like, the only time we can't use whoever we choose is when it's over a certain dollar amount and we have to send it out to bid.
That's kind of what it is right now. It was around 10 grand, is that what you
I
said?
think,
But not for the electric, was it?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
the
the
electric.
electric.
His part of it was 10 grand?
Yeah.
Because the flagpole was $43.95 was the price. That's with like the solar light on top and different size flag and from, the American flag to the state of Maine flag.
Yeah, okay.
It's a different guy though, right? The flagpole guy is different to the.
Flag wave is out of Limerick or Newfield or something like that, and the electrician's Craig Normand out of,
So
Sanford.
what's the limit where we have to put it out to tender?
What's that?
What's the dollar limit where we have to put it out
I
to?
think it's 5,000, roughly around 5,000.
So we're going to be close with the electric, but not, we could well be under.
Well, I think we're gonna be over from what, if my memory recalls, and that was just, yeah,
Can I ask a question?
yes.
I don't understand why you need 2 poles.
Oh,
You're not putting underground power.
well, no, we're gonna put kinda like spotlight the field for security, like, cause practice tonight, it was getting dark, we could light the field so that everybody could get off safely. That was our original plan.
Poles for the lights, not for the power.
I think it was $800 per pole, but that's what he said to me, but then I talked to other electricians that I know, and they said it was high, too.
I want to get this done, but I think that we should shop. I really think we could save some money. I
But
really
if you know
do.
2, I know 3 that would,
I really think that,
Shop for the electricity, too. Is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
I think that we should shop it. I really don't think we should automatically use Norman. If we could just hold off for 1 week.
All right, so we'll hold off for 1 week. Should you and I be on this, or have you
Yeah.
on this? And then we'll
Yeah.
discuss,
Yep,
You all right with
I'll
that?
reach out to a couple of
Okay.
electricians.
you want me to reach? Who are
Carol.
you gonna reach out to? Just so I don't make the same phone call.
My cousin Jeremy's a master electrician, and he used to volunteer for he's wired stuff for the town for free before, or for very little money.
Right.
Usually it's like the cost of materials, and, he might charge us a couple $100, but it wouldn't be much.
Yeah.
Can you
I
give
know.
me, like, maybe by Wednesday? Like,
Yeah.
see- Okay, so,
Then maybe we could find poles on
I'm
our
trying to
own.
think who we could get.
So
And
I
have
know,
Wenzel
I don't
swing
know
him
if
in
you
with his
still,
excavator.
I don't know if they still do sell poles, but it was Kenny Bunk Lighting and Power or something like that.
They're basically free.
Right?
They're regular.
Right. Yeah, because who knows, and the other thing is, being in the trades, who knows how long Norman's out too, how
Yeah.
far his schedule's out.
yeah, if we want to get it quicker.
Well, I just think that we could
Okay.
just take a
Let's
week
do that.
and really chase the pieces down and
Okay.
see if we can save some money, because if we save some money,
We could
then
use
we
it
might be able
elsewhere
to
on something else.
use it for something else.
Because I think when we went to town meeting, it was 14,000 out of the capital annuity fund
For,
improvement.
right, and I think that the way that article was written, we won't be able to spend that money on something else, but it'll stay in the capital fund.
Right, it'll roll back in.
It'll roll back in.
So, it would be on target to double check the price for the poles.
Yeah,
I think it's Kennybunk Lighting and Power, or Power and Lighting, and then I know you can get poles, or you used to be able to get poles through CMP, but I don't know what their prices are.
right.
Maybe
We could
those
ask them, because they're
three
gonna,
places just to get a definite, who's the cheapest.
I mean, the way that the LED lighting is today,
you don't need.
It's
a
not big, it's
pole.
not heavy.
you could very easily, I would think, come right off the concession stand
Or have a mast.
and
Yeah, because you're not talking about like night games stuff.
I mean, I got LEDs at my house,
Right,
and it seems like you can see forever.
Yeah.
right. Yeah, we could have, instead of putting two in, one and mast it off the concession stand, so it flares out.
Okay.
As long as he's gonna give enough light over to the basketball court.
One
Right.
towards the field and one towards the park.
Right,
We could do the parking pole near the basketball court, so
Yeah.
let's do them both.
Because it's going to go dark early, and if we want the skating rink to have a lighting, which I think he's going to need.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so we'll work on that this week, and then everybody can just come together by Wednesday and let me know what everyone's thoughts are.
Yep.
All right, winter events. So we have the ice skating rink. JoJo looked into some.
Couple things,
Couple
yeah.
rinks for us?
Couple rinks, yeah,
Okay,
but
what was the
they don't
prices?
seem like they're not local. They're in the US, but they're not local. They're just rink kits, but they range from 2,000 to 4,000.
Yeah, that's what I
So-
found. I was looking at Nice Rink. I think maybe
Yep,
you looked at the
yep.
same thing.
And some of them have skating rinks versus hockey rinks,
Yep.
and those are cheaper. But I was just checking Amazon, and they seem to be just under 1,000 for like a regular skating rink. So I wonder, I don't know if we could get our own plywood and just like get some brackets but the kits they come with everything. And they say, you can just pop it up in an
like
hour.
40 minutes, yeah, yeah.
So
Okay.
I guess you get what you pay for.
On what size was that? Because the one I was looking at, I think was, hang on,
48 by 80.
32 by 64.
Oh, wow. I was looking at 48 by 80. I have all kinds of sizes here. I just took a bunch of different, like, printouts for him to check out the prices.
What are you looking at to spend for that rink?
I don't know, do we,
We didn't. We just knew that the funds were there in the budget, and if
Yeah.
we don't spend them, that we're not going to get them back. So it'd be good to do something for the town, at least over winter.
Definitely want to do that for like winter events.
Yeah, the smaller you go, the less money it's gonna be.
Did anybody measure you guys measured
We
the
did, yep.
We
basketball
measured
court?
it, yeah.
9 by 84.
Okay.
Yep, 49 by 84, yep,
all right.
or 85, something like that.
See, the thing is, if you do it slightly smaller than the basketball court, this is, the only reason I chose this one is it was a standard size kit, and it was 32 by 64. Now, if we do that, it's going to be short enough that you're not going to have to worry about the
So like
the
this one's
uprights.
Yep.
48 by
'Cause it's gonna be-
72,
The hoops.
it's
Yeah,
1,200.
that nobody's going to fly out
Don't
the side and
include
hit a head
boards. You
on
could add the
that. It's going to be
boards
too
in.
far away,
No
so,
one's getting a hernia shoveling it off
Right.
after
So they,
yeah, right.
big snowstorm.
Right.
Did anyone see
These are
Sanford's
huge.
last year?
What
No.
was,
The one in-
that's too big.
I saw
Yeah.
it. I drove by it.
It's not Go-
What's
is it Goldman
closest to what they
Park?
just
No,
said?
it was
Oh,
like the
Central
square or
Park.
something.
He said 30 by 60, what did you
Wasn't
say,
that
30
big.
by 60?
This one was 32 by 64.
And how much was it?
64.
That's the full kit. It was just over $3,000.
Yeah.
And that included all of the brackets, all of the boards, a resurfacer, kick plates, bumper caps,
Under $3,000, you said?
Sweet.
Just under?
Just a right around 3.
yeah, hockey puck, the installation DVD,
I know,
and a
right?
patch kit.
All right. Well, what are
I
your?
like that it has the resurfacer included, because I think that's going to be an issue.
Like a little Zamboni type thing?
I don't think they're quite giving you that.
It's a manual.
It's probably a manual Zamboni.
It'll do, yeah, be a scraper
Like a
of some
squeezier.
sort, yeah.
Yeah.
This Easy Ice kit is super expensive, but they give you 10% off, but it's, free shipping, made in the US,
Yeah,
no hammering.
This didn't
easy-
include shipping, but they do give you a 7.5% off, I think.
Wow.
So, I guess what are your thoughts on that and spending that much?
I think that that's a fair price if it comes with
Okay.
all of that,
Or I
3,000.
could check with that guy that keeps bothering me through the town.
Yeah.
From Texas there. I
This
don't
was
know
2,300.
about ice skating rinks, but
Yeah,
The town sent him my information. He
Yeah.
called, he messaged me or whatever, emails me every day.
yeah, looking to make some money.
So how do we,
John, you said the boards were with that one that you said?
yeah, it comes with everything. It's literally the full thing.
So a
It's all
couple-
kitted out.
You send me that link on my phone and then I can
Yeah,
send
I'll
it to
send you one,
Michelle?
How high are the sideboards, does it say?
I think it's about 4 inches.
This
on
one?
that one, because John's sending me a link on one.
Let's see. 32 pieces are 2 feet by 8 feet by 3/4 inch plywood to cover your entire perimeter. So they're only 8 foot. 8 foot by 2.
2 inch.
You could get plywood with 10 pieces
Yours
that
are
have
2
tall
inch, the
back
boards?
I didn't check.
Ah,
Let me see.
But then they also have a poly steel board that's
This
20 inches by 48 inches.
plywood down 2 feet by 8 feet.
These are plastic boards, not,
What's the
not,
average
plastic like bumper type thing?
I don't know.
per piece of plywood?
Yeah.
It's kind of what it looks like.
The only other thing that
Doesn't say. to
would be an
honest.
option, instead of the kit, is like Jolene said, to build one
You're
with
gonna get the
plywood.
liner, have to get the liner and
Well, that
maybe a
would use- You
resurfacer.
could use heavy plastic,
Yeah,
like that clear plastic.
You could get the liners anywhere. I've actually they're quite common.
It would just be the plywood and
This one, did he say just under
you
3
could probably put it all together for a grand,
under a grand.
under a grand.
Probably.
1989?
Yeah, I thought you said it was
It's
under
getting the
3
bodies
grand.
down there to do it all in one day.
Just under, and I-
Well, we could
Am I
rip the
looking at a
plywood at
different
my
one?
house on my table
Maybe you have
saw.
to add in some specific
Oh, he was
pieces.
adding
But we'd
it
have
in.
power, we
Okay.
could bring your table saw up there.
It's like this one is 19,
Rip it and then
this
get
one's
brackets
almost
at, Home
1200
Depot.
and
Or
without,
screw
the
hardware.
boards. You add in the
And
boards
do,
But here's the other thing,
and then you upgrade to court
there's gonna be a lot of
brackets.
water,
Because we want it on a
water
court and then you get the
expands when it
professional
freezes.
installation tool.
so
I pretty much added in everything that they have
Gotta
add-ons and it came to
use the
2,300
whole
bucks
width of the cord.
for the 48 by
so you
80.
get-
And I don't
I
know
would
what the
feel
shipping
better
is
if you
though.
put,
Okay.
looking at it where they meet.
And that's
put a
from this
stake
Iron Sleep.
so it
And they
doesn't
have a
go.
Park and Rec
Yeah, that's my
rink,
concern,
like,
is that we
package.
build something, because none of us are experienced at building an ice rink.
yeah, that's why I think.
I know, and that's why I was
the kit
looking
is
at
the
this
better
Easy
idea
Ice
because
one,
it
because you just like
probably,
put it together and it's good
they,
to go.
they're gonna allow for
could
that
take that one away.
expansion that the water has.
My house, so we
Yeah.
can get too.
It's like, if we build it, it's just, I got a feeling we'll fill it, it'll freeze and just go,
It's gonna benefit the town, but
We're not gonna know what we're gonna do.
my questions that I've been thinking about this whole ice rink thing, who's gonna fill it?
Right.
Well,
And
we figured we
then,
I
could maybe ask the
possibly
fire
have-
department.
yeah. I've
the
talked
fire
to
department, okay.
Robin Hand
Who's
about
gonna
that the other day.
maintenance it with the plowing?
Right, that's what we were talking about, Chris and I, is like, that,
And I was-
depending on, I mean, we could get snow every single day, you never know.
Okay.
Who's gonna, I mean, that's gonna be a back-breaking job, you know.
Well, that's why I wanna join, I
Sean
wanna,
likes the shovels, so.
make an ice rink committee, if that's okay.
I have a little snow blower I can just toss right in the back of the truck and just snow blow that sucker right off.
That would work.
Yeah, that's gonna be the quickest way for sure, and then just do a
Might
quick
gouge the ice,
resurface.
No, because I'll bring like a little garden pump spray in and just kind of mist the
Water it
ice
over.
down.
Oh,
Well, I guess we'd have to kind of make a decision, when is it gonna be open? Because, you know,
When it freezes.
yeah,
No, but like, after that, when is it gonna be
it's gonna have to
open
be
to the
set times, it couldn't
public?
just be all the time, because we're never gonna be able to all be down there to
Right.
keep
So
making it
this
clear.
is,
We
so
could do
weekends,
Saturday.
We were-
every Saturday
we
I
were talking
came up
about
with,
Saturdays, yeah.
if we have, hopefully we have electric at the stands,
In the afternoon would
but
be
every
better.
Saturday, but my goal is to kind of get some, ice skates donated, that was one of them, and then charge $1 for car parking. Could be a car load or whatever, just so we're still making money, for the experience.
I think you'd make it on the concession stand, to be honest, you sell hot
Hot
chocolate.
chocolate,
have a little fire pit there.
Yeah.
have a
I
fire
think
pit.
that we wouldn't need to charge for the parking.
Okay,
Only because we had talked about the 2 fire pits, and at the concession stand selling hot chocolate and so, a little snacks, and then selling s'mores kits that,
Okay.
that they could make s'mores.
Yeah.
make it, at more of the concession stand.
Yeah, I
So-
think we'll make it on that.
Here's
Okay.
the other thing, you start plowing, if we get a big amount of snow, we're gonna start losing parking.
That's right,
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna start choking everybody out.
Okay.
right. And that goes along with some stuff I want to talk about later, but,
Since we're on winter events,
we- Oh, go ahead.
because basketball is kind of a winter event. Mm-hmm. I've been toying with the idea of starting basketball in January, running it January, February. I talked to the athletic director at the school. She kind of thought, I kind of bounced it off her, and she kind of thought it might be a little bit better because their schedule, it doesn't conflict with their schedule, plus the holiday
That's when
concert.
the other
Yeah.
recs do it.
It would give us kind of
January.
like
And they
We could
usually
go from,
sign
like,
up in November.
the first week of January when school gets back, all the way to February vacation.
Yeah,
think that
that's
would
a
give
nice,
And
7
when-
weeks
When
of-
do we normally start basketball?
It's like the week after the trunk or treat, like a week after soccer.
So what does
Very
that
tight.
do for our options of other teams to play against?
Well, it kind of opens the
Especially to the end.
door to more,
Does it?
because I know Milton, they start in January. I believe Wakefield does,
I think Sanford does as well.
Sanford, but we won't play Sanford.
sure.
But we could probably get Shapley on board and maybe play, have Shapley, Milton, and Wakefield and have like a 4-team.
yeah. I think that that is a excellent idea.
And then fit something in,
Okay.
if everybody's in the Huff Puff, like the parents or anything, we can fit something in like a little intramural soccer or something like that,
We have a lot of,
October
Or
and
maybe we could
Thanksgiving or
just
Christmas.
Do one of the events that we have talked about forever ago, you know?
Right.
we have a lot of options of, people have asked for things, and I've really been looking at some of the other towns in York County's rec Facebook pages to see what kinds of things they offer and stuff. They do a lot for community
do.
besides sports,
Right.
so I think that
Well, I
we
think-
could do several things in that time frame, right? Like they offer paint nights for adults, paint nights for, middle school
Senior
age kids.
services, too.
And we want to do a babysitter class through the Red Cross,
That would
or,
be a good time
we
for
could do it during that time frame when we're not running crazy for sports. And there was something else. It was the paint nights that I thought, we could make
Through
some
here?
money.
I think
Yeah.
doing
What
stuff
about a
with
yoga
the
class?
elders too, but
Is
the problem
Clarissa
is,
there?
and everybody has the.
That was
I
hard
think
to
that went
do.
down.
If it's too late
Too-
at night or too dark at night for the elders to come out and
They
do
won't.
something, so we'd have to do it on a Saturday, midday or something.
Yeah.
In between, I take a nap, so in between their naps or our
Right.
naps. But,
Only making some good
No,
bags.
they
I
get
think
shut
it's
in the
okay
wintertime.
if we don't offer a sport for November and December. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We can plug in some of those other courses and classes and,
Definitely for the cabin fever, I think with the kids, there should definitely be like workshops
yeah.
and things to do.
We could also get like the yoga lady to come and do like
Yeah.
a yoga,
We have a yoga
2-hour
lady.
yoga
Utilize
thing.
this building?
We had
We can.
one, but it wasn't, we were trying to make it, it was hard because she wanted to make like payment on it as a and then it was more so, I said that she would donate to the rec. I don't know, they weren't really having it. I don't really know the whole
What's that
story
for?
on it.
Yoga.
Yoga?
Was it Susan Chadbourne?
No, it was my friend,
Okay.
so.
The other thing, we do an event for Dream Chest, for Girl Scouts called Dream Chest. I don't think I'm doing it this year because it's kind of a lot, the first year out. But that's like an all-day event where you have workshops of like 2 hour, you can do it 1 hour or 2 hours, and you do things like yoga, self-defense, you have a whole, and the kids just flow through it all day long. We could do something like that
they
on
do
a
it.
Saturday.
Just like an hour in each station.
Yeah,
kind
you
of
go
thing,
through,
yeah.
and you can make it as big or small as you want.
Day. It's like a field day, too.
It's almost like an indoor field day but
Very
they get
fun.
to sample, different
things.
things. We could
If
do
we
something like that.
We probably think we could get the school gym.
For that, we'd need the school,
I could
because
talk
you
to the
actually
Ross.
need
Probably
probably
more than just the
more than
gym.
just the gym,
We could probably
You'll
talk
be
to
busy
Mr.
with the
Ross, and I
tree
could talk
lighting
to,
stuff,
Will
though,
Cody.
in that middle time.
Yeah, so in the, Girl Scouts has always held it at the Acton School, and if it's there's a fee, but if it's a nonprofit, the school board will waive the fee. And where it's the rec, they'll probably waive the fee, and either one of the janitors can volunteer their time, or, I don't think they can, though, I think that's against the law. I think that they have to be paid, but if it's something like that, we're not a for-profit, usually the school board will waive the fee.
So you still have to pay for the janitor,
No, but that's what I'm saying, the school board will waive that.
right?
And that's a really fun event, and we could get, isn't there a gymnastics instructor in town too?
I don't know,
I know,
have no
I
clue.
gotta just rack my brain who I had this conversation with.
gymnastics.
There was somebody,
You might know.
somebody told
Your
me,
kiddo took gymnastics.
I think
maybe
in
it was
Rochester,
Jaylee's
though.
mom,
Really?
maybe it was Corvente's, whatever her name is.
Cervantes.
Cervantes. I'll check with them. But we could just offer like 4 or 5 things. The kids could go like an hour at each one. You
Yeah.
sort them by
What would you
age
call
level.
that? Like a field
We could
indoor
call it
building?
whatever we want. The Girl Scout name for it was Dream Chest, but I probably wouldn't call it that because it's something different, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There's more to it.
Use it here or at the school gym?
You'd have to have it at the school because you'd need one, you know,
Okay.
space for each thing, you know, and the kids would be the ones moving station to station.
Typically, it was like one classroom for every,
Yeah.
We use the cafeteria, the gym, and then
some of the middle school.
some of the bigger classrooms, you know, we'd have to go ahead of time, set up, clean out a classroom or
Yeah,
whatever,
right.
you know, put it back the way we had it, but
And that would be in what time frame?
I thought we could do it in between soccer
November-ish?
and, yeah, maybe, it's gonna take a little bit to pull it together, maybe the first week in December.
That's tree lighting weekend.
So this is the thing, they're all amazing ideas, but I wanted to bring up that the tree lighting thing this year, on the PTG, Terry Meehan, she wants, how you spelling her?
Minahan.
Minahan.
Sorry, always pronounce it wrong. She doesn't want to take it on so much anymore. So I had some really good ideas with the rec of what Chris and I could have offered. And then when I said that, a lot of people all said that they didn't want to take it on anymore. Jenny Gore told me that she would help guide me in it. So this is going to be like a big project because I've never done it before.
So you have people that have had experience
I
in
need
it.
to have people that had experience with it. I
Yep.
need to have a committee for it. I want to give my ideas because I also want to talk to Jen Rowe about there was too many people here and there might have been a problem with the fire marshal, what I heard.
The fire chief.
The fire chief, yeah. So there's things, I wanted to talk about if there's electric at the field, and who knows if the rink's going to be in by then. It's probably not.
It's gonna be cold enough. That's
Or
the
it's going to
thing.
be cold enough by
Yeah,
the
it's
end of
unlikely to be
November.
cold enough by the time of tree lighting.
Well, the Farmer's Almanac
But
states
my-
differently this year.
My idea was bringing from where Chris and I are from, renting an old trolley and making it a huge event that we could split up with 2 buildings, have the tree lighting here, fire and cocoa at the rec field. If the ice skating rink's working, that's fine. We're not going to do the spaghetti dinner. There's just things that they were doing too much of, that it was stressing them out. So I feel like if we keep it very simple, and if we could, I looked in the prices of renting a trolley and just making it that event, so it'd be a trolley going back and forth all night, we'll have like a trolley stop, still do the Santa here and the tree lighting here, hot cocoa and a fire at the rec, and a DJ for holiday music. So I already have someone volunteered, is it Jenny Gore's husband, for
Yeah.
DJing. So we're gonna keep it simple, no,
Would be cool if you could get the, keep in the theme, you get the trolley like the Polar Express.
Yes, I thought of that too. Look at you.
But definitely maybe have the concession stand open.
Have the concession stand open for hot chocolate. So in this building, it would be Craft Santa, and then the tree lighting. But
Who do we get?
the reason why I thought of breaking it up, because I don't want to get in trouble with the fire chief again. I hope that's not, I mean, if it's broken up between, it's at a field, so I don't know how many people will be in this building during the tree lighting or what's going to happen. I need somebody to
I think you're still going to
explain
get the
all
same
that
problem though,
to
that
me.
everybody's going to want to be here when the tree gets lit.
Yeah,
'Cause that's
Well,
the
when the
thing.
tree gets
Outside.
lit, everybody's outside.
everyone's outside.
The problem was inside was like crafts, cookie decorating, you know, there was all
much.
these tables,
So it
like
wasn't
Oriental
outside, it
trading,
was
craft
inside, there was-
kit type
Yeah.
things. And so, so everybody was inside doing all that until the fire truck came with Santa. And then, you know, the kids would go outside and,
Flew outside.
Yeah.
so it was leading up to.
Leading
What
up
would
to
you do
that.
at the rec field?
The rec field, we were gonna have a fire, hot cocoa, s'mores maybe, s'mores packets, like you guys were talking about, that's really cute, and we're gonna have a DJ.
Okay.
So I think the DJ there and holiday music, we can even do the whole thing there.
That's what I was just
Yeah, what if
thinking.
we literally just did the tree lighting and some songs until Santa came here? and then head down there.
Yeah,
Or
I
vice
mean,
versa.
Whatever, you
and
know
we
what I
can
mean?
even save money with the trolley. I thought that was a really cool idea. We did that where we used to
That is
live.
cool.
And that makes just things really special, but we could only rent one trolley, so it would just be going back and forth, and once they're done, like, people are gonna lose their rides wherever, but,
Correct.
we just have to come up with a plan. That's why I need a, committee,
Yeah,
so.
I told you I'd help you with that.
I have Jenny Gore that will help guide me. I have Lisa Gore that said she'll help guide me. Of course, I nominate my husband. Nominate Carrie Botel.
We'd
So,
have to have
and,
two dates though, for weather.
Carol, I didn't put you on there, sorry. And the PTG said they would help too.
I think the tree lighting goes on regardless of the weather, right?
Yeah, but that's not busing between two
Yeah,
locations.
usually it was just one location.
Okay,
That would be
I
one
think
issue.
that there's nothing, what's the date of the tree lighting?
It's usually the first weekend.
The first
Third,
weekend.
second, first.
Of December, no, it's the last weekend in November.
The tree lighting is?
Yeah.
Well, that's after Thanksgiving. It's usually falls into that first week.
Okay, so there's nothing to say if we have the tree lighting scheduled for Saturday and we get a blizzard on Saturday, there's nothing to say that we couldn't postpone it till Sunday. If you're not renting a trolley, everything else could easily shift to the next day,
Yeah.
Right.
right?
Yeah,
So I think we could just lock in that weekend.
okay.
I think that, there's only two things that you really need to do, is have Santa and have the tree light. All right? What they've done in the past, knowing what they've done is fine, but I think personally that everything should be at the red field,
Everything?
because you're gonna
Okay.
lose a lot of people from here to there.
Okay.
And
I'd like to as well, but we can't have the tree there, can we?
I think the problem is that the
can have a
town,
tree.
I think the town wants the tree here.
Rec field.
well, that's fine.
We can light it every day once we have electric there.
People
Yeah,
Oh, we can just leave it on.
leave it on.
wanna do it up there, you guys are the town.
Right.
And you guys are doing all the work. You have everything up there. You have it when you want to have it. It doesn't have to be the first
Weekend.
weekend. of December, the last. You can have it
We can
Just
change.
before Christmas.
just before Christmas anytime.
And it would be good for the people to
We can
get
even, we can even
field
rent a trolley to do trolley rides, Polar Express rides.
That could be the opening.
at the field.
You'd have more attendance if everything was in one spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think it's about, I just
And
thought
that
it had
could
to be
like
here.
our grand opening of the ice.
I guess sometimes I think that's something important for all of us to
That could be
remember.
like the grand opening of the ice skating rink.
yeah.
We can make our own rules.
I think
Should we
it's
do it the
important
first
for all
weekend?
of us to remember that we can really do whatever we want as a committee, you know?
Okay, yeah.
We have to remember that, I think.
Okay.
We all lose sight of that.
Yeah.
Whether it's be using a certain electrician, whether it be
Right.
anything, you know,
Okay.
Well, that's cool. I mean,
we are,
The other thing, if we
they
did it
could-
a little later, you're more chance of getting the use out of the ice rink as well at the same time.
Yeah, if we do it
could
later,
do
it'll
like
be our
the
grand
indoor
opening.
field.
I wasn't joking about the Almanac. They said it would be a cold
You
and
could do the
snowy
indoor
winter,
field
so-
day, like
They didn't say when it was gonna
right
start.
on the like Thanksgiving break, maybe.
Winter.
First
That
weekend.
weekend,
Should
and
we do
then 2 or 3 weekends after that, we can do the tree lighting or whatever.
First weekend in December, should we shoot for then?
I think that it's the kickoff for the holiday season for the townspeople. So I don't think you want to go too late
Correct.
into December.
Correct.
Okay, so for
And there's
last
a lot of
weekend,
things
last
going
weekend
on in
in,
December,
Yeah.
like
last weekend in December? Is that what we did?
unreal. There's so much stuff in December.
I think the
that's going
first
on.
weekend in December is perfect, or the last in
It's
November.
the last
First for a
weekend of
Saturday.
November
November.
is December.
December
First.
1st.
December
yeah.
1st.
Yeah, so do,
Perfect.
I mean, if the town officials want a Christmas tree here, there's nothing saying they can't put one on decorated.
well, we can decorate both. Chris has a bucket truck, so,
I don't have a bucket truck.
For the kids and,
And there's no tree here, right? That's
Oh,
No,
a
they bring
regular
one
tree?
in.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
I think,
It's
Kim
donated.
Kim donated it last year.
Kim Stacy
Yeah.
donates it. But, once again, if,
when's Thanksgiving?
But who's- I
Thanksgiving
mean,
is the
it's really
22nd this
for
year.
the children.
I think we
So,
should do it that
we should
weekend.
I do
have it
too.
at
That's a
the
great
rec
weekend for
And I think
festive
that's what it
stuff.
was,
field. Maybe get like a,
What weekend, the
we
1st?
use the same
November
Santa.
24th.
November 24th?
the weekend before,
Oh, he
Yeah.
lives right up the,
You wanna do the field trip day the field day or the tree lighting?
Tree lighting.
Tree lighting, okay.
Because that's like right after Thanksgiving, it's bringing in the holidays.
Okay.
And
And if
Yeah.
I
that's
think
where
that
they're
was the
known to hang out
weekend
at.
that was planned for anyways.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Because we could also put the tree right in the middle of the rec field and run an extension cord to light it from the concession stand.
I mean, with everything said, in the kids' mind, that's their place.
Right.
I mean, they work up there, they clean up, they do this, they do that. It's their place. So I just think it's a sense of ownership for them, and it just give them more of a sense of ownership that this is ours.
And then you can set up little tables to do crafts in the cold and stuff.
Yeah.
I really hope the rink works out.
Maybe you could set up a
The rink
table
doesn't
to-
work out, it's still gonna be
it's gonna have
joyous,
to.
it's still gonna be, like, I think we could still
could
do
do it.
trolley rides, like, if we can put that in the budget, like, we could do that in a Polar Express, like,
We could do the rink.
It could be
Up
if,
with
you know,
their own-
I
kids will
don't
love
think
it.
we'll have
Office and that.
snow by then.
around
if
the
it-
town, like,
but-
show them the town hall, or, you know, and if there's families that come in, they can have a tour of the little town. Make it like a Polar Express, and I can talk to Charlie people about that, like, that's our theme. Can you make that happen?
Yeah.
Or can we
We could
decorate
give
it to
out
make it
golden
happen?
tickets and stuff. Not golden tickets, but you know what I mean. We'll figure that out.
That would actually
That's
be a good
exciting.
idea. Golden ticket thing, that's a good idea.
Love to do, they used to do it in the school years ago, is if you use the rec field this winter, do some snow sculptures.
Yeah, we talked about a winter carnival,
concession.
like in February or,
We did, I had all kinds of stuff
yeah,
on that.
and we were gonna do the snow sculpting.
There are a
and-
lot of great
nice.
Do
ideas.
that when I was a kid, I think.
Yeah,
Nope,
It
that's
was like
not,
winter
I must
and
throw
we
it away.
we could get our plow guy to plow a mountain, you know, of snow so that they could
Or just get a
sled it,
bucket truck
Yeah.
and move it.
or we could move it in preparation for it. You know,
All right, so, we have a committee for that. I do want to meet with that within, probably end of October, maybe
Well, see, that's good.
a
then.
couple weeks, jot down
I would
some-
say, yeah, a couple weeks into October, just have your initial meeting so that,
Yeah, we're definitely going to meet about that. We can even meet at my house, it's
Yeah.
fine.
What, the rink? You're
no,
talking the
this
rink?
is for the
Oh, I'm sorry.
tree
This is
lighting.
for the tree lighting.
I think in terms of action plan, I mean,
rink
obviously,
can-
we've got to have the power, that's being sorted next week. We've got to get the ring,
Yep,
and everything stems from there. Because without
Right.
the power, we can't do the tree lighting, the whole thing.
Right.
And so,
Yeah,
Okay,
it's contingent on lights.
Ends up you can't get anybody there with an excavator. You can all, what we did down at the school, which is value, putting the electricity out to the concession stand down to the school.
Yeah.
It was on a weekend, myself and
donated.
Walter Moss, and it was all donated time.
Wonderful.
He was a licensed electrician, so that's all we needed.
I know,
And we went down, we rented one of those ditch witches down there,
Taylor Rento.
yeah.
and it just digs the,
just a whole day.
Trench.
Yeah, it goes like about that big.
that wide, and you just,
Put her in.
Might be cheaper than paying somebody to dig the trench.
yeah.
Well, Dave said he was donated,
Oh, Dave will do it for free,
right?
yeah.
Or, I know someone that I work for has a little mini
good guy,
excavator
Dave
too that
Winchell.
we could probably just get and
Yeah.
use,
To
just
check
put
'em
the
out.
fuel back in it.
Yeah,
Hire him at my house.
Right.
you guys have been waiting now for
Since June,
almost 3 months.
yeah.
so,
Now you're at a 6-week window or whatever, you gotta get it in before the ground freezes.
Right.
Yeah, I really want to get it in.
Wait for people to do things, there's nothing getting done.
Right.
So to me, you guys gotta step up and say,
It's happening.
Yeah, I'm on board, yeah, so,
Bridget,
yeah, so
we'll
Wednesday?
talk Wednesday night.
yeah, and
How do we
then,
go about, because I know the town have agreed for the skate rink, but how do we go about actually paying for it? Because they're going to want a credit card or something.
Yeah,
they should do a purchase order.
right. Or we just tell Michelle and she pays it somewhere.
whoever I really talk to when I have
Right,
to
they do,
order.
right, okay, so we
Yeah,
just-
when
we
I have
just
to
say, this
order
is what we
stuff, it
want,
goes to
go do
Michelle.
it.
Yeah.
I
All right,
tell
cool.
them to call the town, so like that, so we can order it. Usually when I order things, like, say something like really big or whatever, metals, anything that's gonna be pricey, I just say, this is what I need, this is who's paying for it, they call the town pays.
All right, okay, cool.
So,
They don't use purchase orders.
what do you mean, like,
They don't give you a PO number to give them, you just have them
No,
call
they call the town.
Yeah.
That's what I do with metals and stuff
Yeah.
like that, so.
Well, maybe with something like this, it'd be a PO.
You don't
It
know.
could be.
When I worked at the school, everything was always done with POs.
You're
Okay.
in town
For
too.
example, when we built the playground, I mean, it's the same type of company
Yeah.
you're dealing with. You just give them a purchase order number, and they can contact the town to make sure it's legit or whatever.
Yeah, right.
So,
I mean, that's where,
Yeah.
that's where accountants do business, I don't know. how
Yeah.
that-
I don't know.
Town does it.
so maybe this
Perfect.
Holiday lighting would
I think we
actually
should get that ordered.
well with
Who owns the lights for the Christmas tree?
We do.
The rec?
The people
Town.
that,
Oh,
the
the
town
town.
that did it, there is some lights, but they said they asked somebody with a bucket truck before to do it, and I said, well, I can volunteer my husband, because he works with a painting service, and he can borrow it from from his job, right, your bucket truck?
Yeah.
Sure. And I would love to
We have
decorate the
enough
tree
lights,
myself,
that's
because
what-
I'm
that's what I was
very
getting
anal
at.
retentive.
So we'll have to, the committee will have to inventory the lights and make sure they all work, and we
Yeah.
might have to buy more.
Yep, the committee might have to do that, and we have to figure out a tree, who can donate a tree, or are we buying a tree, or what are we doing?
Possibly
Yeah.
Kim.
Well, I know Kim will donate one for here, we'll have to talk to her about the rec
I
field.
think, if they donate one, we should definitely get one that could be planted, like, take it out with the sack, like, they could do that, and that way we don't have to run into this problem all the time, and we can have a set tree at the rec field that will grow over the years.
That's a perfect idea.
So, that way we're not,
Right.
oh, no,
You should have known anything
probably
he
not.
said wasn't gonna go anyway.
not with
Probably
me.
better just on this side of the dugout anyway, because it's gonna be closer to everybody.
Problem is
Right.
planting a tree like that, though, pines or any type, they get bored out by, what's that, red rot. So we'd have to watch out for that if wherever we plant it, so it doesn't land on, per se, bleachers, kids, I mean. things
I mean,
fall
That's
Yeah.
over.
years and years and years and years.
Years and years, I'll take
Past
care of my
us.
tree.
Yeah, but you can't,
I got a
Yeah.
big
you
tree at my
know,
house.
there's elements.
All right. Well, this year, if we get the tree donated and it comes in the sack that we can like replant it, then we could do it in the middle of the field if that's what you want to do this year and then plant it.
Are we talking about like
How big of
a
a tree?
30-foot tree, 30-foot tall tree, or?
That's what we usually get here, it's a
Yeah,
pretty
it's a
big.
Big
tree.
tree.
I don't
Yeah,
know that
you're not gonna be able to get
that
that out
in the
again.
sack.
No, you can't get that like that.
You can take it out, but it's gonna be,
Take it.
You know, Bridget, what we
bigger
can
than Florida.
do is we can get a cut tree this year.
Okay.
And we can also, in the spring, purchase
Plant one?
a 10-foot tree in a
You know what,
sack
let's
and plant it.
Let's plant, some trees with the rec kids or whatever. So, and then plant a couple and then we'll use a tree and we
Yeah.
can plant them. The rec kids might like that. So yeah, all right, we'll get a tree donated this year and then, or the next couple years, but this
Okay.
spring we can plant some trees with the kids over at the rec field.
Okay.
We gotta cut some trees down before we plant any more trees.
All right, Carol,
Yes.
the rec field,
So I know we inventoried what was in the shed, and anything that was, chewed by the mice or had
Urination.
urination from
Defecation.
mice. Defecation, is that what you said?
Sorry.
We threw it away, and, because there were things, I mean, it was just ruined, and I don't think that since this rec committee took over, that shed had been cleaned out at all.
Okay.
So it was a mess, and it was pretty gross. And I give a lot of credit to Lori and Lisa, because they picked up a ball bag, a baseball
mice
bat,
in
the big black canvas bags, and 2 mice came hopping out of the top of it, so I would have died. But, I think that, and I'm sorry, I don't know his name, the guy that had the.
John, I think.
John?
Yeah.
John, he went and got the thing and we pressure washed with some bleach stuff.
chlorine-
Like
chloride
killed
or
everything in there, and they hung up everything on the walls, and looks nice.
it looks great.
It does, it looks very nice.
So my suggestion for that shed was anything that is
Chewable.
chewable or
chewable.
wearable, that not go back in there.
Okay.
We can always bring it
Or
up to
in-
the Baldy.
Yeah, we could bring it to the
Rite Aid,
garage or
right.
whatever.
We do need,
Rubber
Plastic
band.
a big
containers.
Rubbermaid tote
Or
to put, or 2, to put the stuff that's seasonal that needs to be there, the pennies, I mean,
Right.
those
Well, we
were
can put those
gross.
in
I just watched them, yeah.
We need to do something with them, yeah, because they're gonna get chewed at,
That shed.
yeah.
You need some decon in my
That was,
traps as well.
that was so bad.
Well,
I
what
don't
about
know that
fabric
you're gonna
softener,
keep them
too?
out.
They say that keeps mice away.
I don't-
Fabric softener, like put dryer sheets
I
in
don't
there.
know.
They've been living
You're
there
gonna
for a
keep
long
'em out.
time.
We could get a barn cat.
That's what I thought.
That would work.
Wife's dog.
Her little rat dog kills mice. But anyway, she's better than the cats. But there were a few things that we need to replace or that we're missing. So I do have, we need, I don't know what this is. I wrote sizes. What was
Try
this?
this.
What were those
doing this.
sizes?
Helmets?
Better together?
Yeah, okay. I don't know what I was writing these sizes from. I remember looking on the inside, and were those gloves? Were those? Okay, I'm gonna skip that one for now. We have a few pairs of cleats and a few, like 4 Pee-wee baseball mitts in there. And the cleats, I actually gave a pair away tonight at the soccer practice because a little boy's cleat bottom like half ripped off, so it was like flapping.
Oh, no.
And they were like, the mom's like, I can't afford cleats, somebody gave me these, you know. She was gonna tape them, and I was like, no, we have cleats. So I did give away a pair of size 1. They're all girls, but this boy, pink's his favorite color. He was thrilled. So, good for him. But we do have 1, 2.5, 3, and size 6, 4 pairs of cleats. But one of the things in talking to some of the parents at the soccer practice tonight was, at the end of the season party, to have a big thing for people to donate their cleats, because that is a financial burden for some families. And that way we always have a selection.
And at that
Well, I
age,
think
you're
it's-
lucky
You'd have
if
to
they
buy
get
the-
one season out of them. They're still half,
Disinfectant
almost
stuff.
new when you
Yeah.
put them up.
So I don't know if the ones that are in there now were disinfected, but we can get a can of the spray or something.
That's all the same.
But I think that's a project that we should start. They used to do that. And I do know, and I wanted to mention this before we put basketball signups out there, is there used to be a sentence on the registration form that if the registration fee was a problem they gave a person to notify.
Yeah, I
Is that-
think it says it notified Jen.
Okay,
I think it should be somebody on the committee.
But I think.
because
why-
you're thinking the neighbors helping neighbors will pay
No,
for it?
No, why they said to call Jen was so it'd be between Jen and them, and then see if.
The committee waives the fee for anybody that
Well, I
can't
know
afford it,
that's what
though.
she does, but if they were getting snowballed by some certain, it was getting abused,
Okay,
and so Jen knows,
who needs help and who
Right.
doesn't?
I
Okay.
think that's why it
okay.
got.
Because I do know of 2 kids that didn't play soccer this year because they couldn't afford the registration fee.
Well, they-
And that used to be like one of the mission statements or bylaws or whatever of the rec way back when, was no kid would ever be turned away.
Right, and then that's the other thing, is like, even if, one of them said, well, I could have probably come up with the $25 to sign her up, but I never could have bought the cleats and the shin guards and the this and that. So I just wanna,
Well,
get
how
that,
about cleats, well, donation for cleats and shin guards,
yeah, and then in T-ball season, gloves and cleats.
because you're right, they grow them out of them, and then what do they?
Every
do?
year you gotta buy new ones.
Or,
Yeah.
I'm guilty of that, I've
Yeah.
thrown them away before,
or they give them to, I don't know,
Goodwill or
or they
something.
just sit in a blue
Yeah.
box.
Sit in the
then they
closet.
get-
So I just think that we should advertise that leading up to the end of the year ceremony,
Yeah.
that we are accepting donations, And if somebody needs a pair of cleats, you just give them to them.
Yeah.
And that's it. So that is something I wanted to add. But we do, we need more of the big soccer balls, the size 5. We only had, I think it was 4 or 5 of them.
Maybe,
It
yeah.
wasn't a lot. But I think we need more of those. I don't know, do you want me to
This is gonna be
give?
contingent on whether or not we use one.
And that was the thing for baseball, are we using an umpire or not? Because we didn't this last season.
Most of the umpire gear was no good.
The umpire gear was no good, other
Yeah,
than the
more
face
stuff.
mask.
We gotta
no.
go through inventory the stuff that's in the gym.
Yeah, so I think what I'll do is other than the soccer balls, you think you'll be okay the rest of the season with what you have, John?
Did we
We
need
just
more
gotta
ball
get the
bags,
nets for the bigger goals, remember?
Yep, I got the
Yeah.
dimensions for those, right? Did I send them to you or not?
No.
though? Is that
All
what
right.
that is? The dimensions for that?
That will take place
No,
with
I
all
don't
the
remember
other
what this
small
was.
goals. And, you know, small goals are nice for accuracy in the kids, but ideally, if they use the bigger
Yeah, I mean, the
goals-
big goals, certainly for
30,
my
yeah.
kids' age, they should be using the bigger goals anyway. I know they're only small, but that's what they would know.
But maybe we could come up a way, if we use the bigger goals, right? And have, when the smaller kids come on, have like another net that drops it down so the goal is smaller. You know
Oh,
what
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So say this isn't here, this line, and this line, that's your goal. Then we could cut nets and just kind of temporarily put them up for the smaller kids, so the goal,
Couldn't you just set the small one in there, or are you talking about the smaller kids like Molly's age?
like Molly's age for, one,
I just don't, we don't play against other towns. I don't know why they couldn't just use the big nets like the
Right.
older kids. But the only thing that
Just-
I've been really thinking about it, guys, and I really think that soccer, the goals are too far apart for that age group, for
They
Blake
are.
and Mount, for that first and, kindergarten, whatever. Those are too far apart for those
Yeah,
juniors.
they were winded.
It's too much, and there are guidelines, and you know what the guidelines are, you
Gotta
know what the
measure the
guidelines are.
field.
How
That's
far
actually
is it?
how far, it's actually smaller
kick out
than,
when Riv's not
we actually
doing
made it smaller than we did. I
For
think
juniors?
120.
Riv.
It's 120
drove me
feet long by,
It's almost
40
over anyway.
wide.
Usually ends at net bait.
Okay,
usually a typical soccer field, what was it, 180?
no, but it goes by age, remember we talked about that on Saturday? The
Well,
juniors,
we made the smaller one smaller, right? For the kindergartners, they,
Right, but it's the same for like
for
Molly's
this
age.
Oh, right, yeah,
age, for
yeah,
the
for-
first and second, or,
First, second, third.
yeah, it's too far apart for those kids. It really is, and I'm not, I mean, it doesn't seem to bother her, but there's some other kids on the team that, it's a lot for them. It is a lot, and
Right.
when you look at, on the soccer guidelines, I think it's 30 yards, so 90 feet for that age group is what those are supposed to be. So you said they're 120, so that's like an extra, 30 feat on this
Okay.
length of the field for that age group.
Side.
I'm not trying to be difficult,
No, I
I just think it's a lot for that
Well,
age
that's why we try
group,
to pick a happy median,
in between the two.
right, to,
So
for
what
the
would
result.
the
hard is it
deal
to
be
Move a net.
if we got the sandbags so they weren't staked? Couldn't we just, like, have the lines painted where we could just move them back and forth between
All
the
we
two
could
games?
do is,
You
know,
can't really
soccer
move the
field.
goalie box, it's the trouble. Because the goalie box comes off the baseline.
We could use the goalie box,
yeah.
so we could move the goal,
Could we make them go opposite directions?
well, no, we could move the goals up to the front of the goal box.
Yep.
And just say,
Yeah, I mean, you don't really need the line for the goal box.
right, there's, no one's gonna be
Especially for that age.
Yeah, they're not gonna be worrying about like penalties.
taken out and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you could bring the goal forward, you could bring
Yeah, I
them both forward that would take 20, well, like, that'd take 30 feet off it, because they're about
That's
15
exactly
feet
what it
deep.
is.
Yeah,
Right, well, take, no, yeah. Well, yeah,
So-
take 20 off each side.
yeah, thereabouts.
So what do you think about that for the younger kids?
Well, we could do it, it's easy enough to do.
Okay. Now,
The only issue is that we just need to pull the net pins before the bigger kids come on and then just pull them back.
okay,
Right.
But it's no big deal, it's easy enough to do.
okay. Now, going back to the nets, because we need new nets, or we need something. Are we gonna fix that this year, or are we waiting? Yes?
John has the measurements for the
The
nets.
measurements for the nets are,
Can I have that?
where's my notes?
I can order them tomorrow.
Okay, they are 20, and this is for the big nets, 21 by 7 by 7.
Inches
What was it again?
or
She
feet?
messed up. 21?
Yeah, feet,
Okay.
inches, 7 inches.
By 7 feet, by 7 feet. Okay, and Bridget, in that book of Chris's, where are you gonna order the nets from?
Probably Amazon.
Okay, they had four packs of the sandbags with handles.
In Amazon?
No,
Or on
it was
the-
It was in his book, but they
Yes,
probably have them on, they have sandbags for soccer nets on Amazon.
Why don't we just use the pins that we already have?
Well, if we use the bigger nets, I don't think we'd be able to.
No,
hold them
we
down.
many
need
do you need?
something.
4?
I think you bend it
Well,
over.
we looked at the frames, and we need 4 for each, we'd need 2 sets of 4.
Yeah.
So 8.
8,
Or
no.
Couldn't we just go to the town sand shed and,
If you want to, but
Why do you need 4 for each one?
the goals, the new ones, are really, they're 7 feet
They're like
deep.
regulation
Yeah,
size
7 feet deep.
goals.
It's just
They're 7
extra.
feet deep, and if you just put one on each corner, they're designed, in looking at
Two
the
of these
book,
nets?
they were designed for 4 bags for that size goal net.
I guess my issue is,
why did we need
the
the
net
sand?
can't tip over backwards.
No, they're worried, there was concerns
Or
that,
tip it in front.
Oh, so he's saying we could put
Just
2
put 'em
on
on
the
the
back
back.
corner of
There
each
were
one?
concerns that
Okay, I'm
someone-
sorry, that was my bad.
we get, the goal would tip over and kill one of the kids.
I'm sorry.
One set of 4.
I just don't need one.
I think the other
corner.
concern is the deeper
Down
you go
bounds.
into the net, a kid can get tangled in it. That back part that comes down and touches the ground, a kid can get under there and get tangled here.
But the thing is, that goal post, the new goals, don't have a thing on the back.
Right, there's no cross, right,
Those nets are left loose,
right, so the ball shoots
so
out.
all nets are set up that way.
Yeah, they get pinned down during game day.
There's nothing you can do about it.
So I was under the impression the whole concern was that, maybe I misunderstood. I thought they were saying that you were not allowed to leave those nets loose in the back.
They have to be loose.
They have to be,
I've
they're,
never seen them that they weren't. That's the way they design it.
they're more concerned about the nets, the post and everything flipping forward and injuring a child or.
Landing on, the frame landing on a child.
So that's why we started staking everything down, so it wouldn't fall over or blow over. But I think if they're gonna blow over, you probably shouldn't be playing soccer that day, maybe like a
Yeah?
hurricane or a tornado.
No, but Chris, have we been to a soccer game yet that either you or I have not had to speak to kids hanging from the frame?
Right.
That
Every
one frame.
single game.
Well, no,
Kids-
it's all the frames,
It's,
really.
it's
Is it
like a-
players?
So
yes.
it's a
To be
bigger
fair,
one.
in the middle of games.
the new frames, they're not gonna be able to get anywhere close to the
That's
top of
good.
them. They're just not gonna be able to reach them.
Yeah.
It's like some kids get tangled up and they like.
Are we ordering new frames as well?
No, we have.
Yeah.
You have them. Okay, so I'm just ordering nets. So I'll get them this week and we'll have them for the next game.
Saturday?
Not this Saturday, the following.
We'll just have to go put them up.
I gotta get going. Our
That's
baby's-
right.
Like what?
That's good enough.
I gotta wrap it up.
Good job, Molly.
But
Excellent
next
description.
year, what I do with these nets, normally the way they're set is on the front corner, on both front corners, there's a post that will come down about this deep.
Into the ground?
And what you do is you put a pipe in the ground, and that sets right in that. Because like at school, with those big ones we have down at school,
Which is what ours
Which is
are.
what these
That's
are.
what our new ones are.
there's a pipe that sits in the ground, and before we put in the soccer field, there's a cover that goes over that.
Oh, yeah.
Take the soccer goals out, the thing's always there.
Right.
Right, okay.
And then you don't have to worry about sandbags, you don't have to worry about anything tipping over,
Right.
Next year we'll do that.
it's very simple to do.
Maybe we should do that.
Yeah.
Right, for the next season.
Yeah.
Okay.
And roll with what we got now,
Yeah. Get new nets for now.
right? then we
And
could
just
we could
one,
actually-
1/4 thing of sandbags just to finish out this season.
and then how
And
we
next year
thought
we'll
of,
worry about the,
The current
breaking
nets right
down the
now are,
fields, 2 fields.
bogus?
off, How we, you and I
are the
walked
current
it.
Yeah.
nets right now
We
yucky?
go that
Are
way.
they ripped or
Yeah.
something?
And then make, what your dad said.
yeah.
that
Yeah.
way.
Oh.
yeah, that's perfect.
Wait, so you're saying sandbags, how much do they need to weigh each?
Doesn't matter.
They're like pre-filled, they have a handle, it's easy. I'll see if I can look them up tonight,
Okay. Send me the link
and I'll send you a link.
I have that book.
It's like $75 for 4 of them.
Okay.
Easy. Bing, bang, boom.
All right, are we all good?
We didn't talk about, because we're getting close to very close to the end of soccer again, and we didn't talk about the end of season gift things.
Okay.
So we were speaking at the weekend about not doing the medals, right? And instead doing some kind of sports bag for the kids with a soccer ball inside.
Oh, we're not doing medals, doing soccer ball inside with the sports bag,
Just think it's,
Something different?
something different. Okay.
Now, we can get I just pulled this up, you can get this design with anything on it. We could do any logo, we could do the town logo, the sponsor's logo, whatever we want. We can get it on the tote. And they cost a couple of dollars each, I think. Something like that, $2.57. But that's only for 12, it's probably cheaper, you know.
The more you
The
buy.
more you go up, it's gonna be cheaper, yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know how that compares with
Well, I
what
have
the
to do,
medals.
actually, I was actually gonna order medals, this week, so you want a sports bag with a soccer ball with their names on it or something, or?
I wouldn't
just
do I
Acton?
wouldn't do individual names.
We don't really even have a logo. Well, we had a logo.
Soccer ball.
We
Yeah.
could do Acton Rec.
With a big soccer ball.
With
Are we
big
doing the
soccer.
are we doing the last thing the 13th? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, that would be it.
Well,
Oh,
when's
that's Columbus Day.
Colum-
Oh,
yeah,
no.
we're going
The
to
8th
this-
is Columbus Day weekend.
The 8th is? I think
We were doing it the week after Columbus Day, I think, was what we
Well,
had
it's the
talked
week,
about.
that's the 13th then.
Yep.
Okay, so the 13th, right? Okay. And,
So I gotta get,
Get
So how
pictures
does-
going?
I'm gonna go see the guy tomorrow or Friday. I know where he lives and I just roll by his house and he
Great.
gives me the envelopes.
Wonderful.
all
So
right.
how much can we get soccer balls for? I mean, what do medals cost? What do you
They're
do?
$1.60 a piece, I think.
$1.60?
It usually goes to like 240 or something like
With
that.
tax
for-
and shipping.
with
Yeah, so
tax.
the bags were pretty close with them, probably very similar. And then we're talking about a soccer ball on top.
Right.
I don't know how much a soccer ball costs when you buy it.
Maybe I have Carrie's good at shopping like that, so I can have her help me with that on the what's the cheapest price.
Or played against sports. Or is that weird?
How many kids you get, though? You can have a mass volume of soccer balls you gotta order.
That's true.
You could do that.
How many is there in all the grades?
40-ish? 40-ish kids, or?
How many did we end up with in soccer? There's a
I-
lot of
I think-
juniors, I know
I got
that.
about,
Junior,
I think I
think
got
there's
14
60.
now, man.
I want to say
13,
60 is
14.
playing it good.
the pre-K and kindergarten, there's only, I have 14 kids on my team.
Wow. That's a lot of kids.
I would say 60.
More than Olivia had when she was in.
I mean,
I think there's 12 in mine
A
now.
lot of kids to.
Her group? There's enough for
we
two
do have.
teams.
Oh
There
wait,
was a lot
Lisa,
in
you
that
did
group
get
last year as well.
One sponsor.
You got one sponsor,
I
right?
have 2 sponsors.
Oh, you have
and
2
phone calls
sponsors.
out for more.
Yeah.
For
Well, I was ideally gonna get one for each team, and that one team technically broke up into 2. So if I end up with 3, fine. If I end up with 4, great.
With the 2 sponsors that you got, I say if you want to do like the bag thing, that would help with, like, I try and think of that stuff, like what we can get extra. But also, I want to start like getting a sign made for sponsors that hang for the
That's
field.
the other thing I wanted to
All
say.
those signs.
There, in the shed, there's a big pile of metal signs that used to hang on the, behind home plate. And I was thinking about it, and at first, when Chris and I talked about it, I was like, well, if they didn't give this year, you know, then their sign can stay in the shed. And then I got thinking about it after the fact, and if they've ever donated, their sign should still be hanging up.
Absolutely.
And there were some blanks.
Okay.
Blank signs, and I think that if we reach out to Dasco Sign, like, I know one of our sponsors this year is new. This is the first time they've sponsored, and I think they're gonna be a good sponsor moving forward for every
Nice.
season. So I think we should get them a sign as well.
Some of those, the businesses don't exist.
If the businesses don't exist, we won't hang them up.
Right, because one of them I was actually gonna give back to
Go.
the, well, the Scott Davis.
Yeah,
Him and his boys started that little restaurant.
yeah.
If I find any more
Krabby Bear.
information on,
Should have it.
Yeah,
on hockey,
absolutely,
I'll let you
if he
know.
wants
Let me know,
it.
I'm gonna try and order.
But I think
Yeah.
that for soccer, we
What I
have
like is
Dave
the one I
Winchell,
have.
and then the other one, I think we gotta think of how we're gonna get
Where's that at? Give it to
I gave him the one.
on the bag, something that says Acton Rec, and then something with their company
Well,
name.
if
could
I
be
can
a
get their
soccer ball,
company name and
Acton
logo,
Rec,
I can put a
it's company
design.
company.
So I can do that in an hour.
Oh,
Sleek
okay,
Iron
That's no
Sleek.
problem. I can get the design done and over to them and all ready to
Oh, yeah,
print.
you could.
Okay.
I just need the design and the name.
And the
Okay.
soccer ball and like the
Oh, yeah.
little
Yeah, and my printer
Yep, that
doesn't
would
print
work.
very well, but.
Before we go, just real quick, and I'm trying to get out of here quick. Are we kind of like pretty much put it all in favor of this rink and say if I spent not above 3 grand but below? Does that work?
yeah,
In favor of that?
Yeah, I mean, certainly the one I found was $3 grand, but it didn't include shipping. And you got to assume it's going to be pretty heavy on the shipping.
Okay.
with boards.
The only thing I want to say
So you
about
think
the
this will be
rink
a lot
is
for sure?
we
I
had
know
talked
we'll
about
check.
forming a
Say.
committee for the rink. I really need to reach out to some other recs that have ice rinks and get the rules and guidelines. For example, I know some people want to use it for hockey, but I think there has to be designated times because they've got to wear protective gear from head to toe. if
The
they're
rink can
playing
only
hockey.
be open on Saturdays.
Right, but I'm saying, like, I know some people had visions of, like Jolene, I know you wanted to use it for hockey.
Yeah.
But there has to be a lot of safety
Okay.
guidelines in order to open it up for hockey.
Yeah.
If we only open it up on
I think
Saturdays,
skating
we could
rink
do-
Yeah, the thing is, you're still gonna get people who are gonna, it's
I
not
just
like
don't
it's the
want
most
hockey
secure
sticks
gate,
in
right?
there.
That's
right,
fine.
While other people,
I
like, I
gotta-
know there's gonna be a lot of safety rules for the insurance.
You might find with the hockey, it's like the football,
Oh, with the big insurances.
This is Chris's book.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we gotta check.
Maybe
Don't
you
ask
should
me
just
about
do a
football,
simple
it's like
ice skating rink.
$100,000
For now.
that's why the rec didn't do it when the rec first started back
Right.
15 years ago, because there was a lot.
Insurance rules the world.
Yeah, it's like $100,000 per coach, and they have to go to a special training seminar for a couple weeks.
And I think we said we'd probably wanna put a sign up there that skaters skate at their own risk. Parents need to supervise
We're
children.
not
It's your
At all
responsibility.
times.
babysitters, but
Yeah.
we're there.
So I know the rec, I mean, I know it's a different state, New Hampshire, but the rec, I have a rec field right next door to my work, and they have a rink. I'm gonna go look at what they have. I know they have a sign with all the
Yeah. Is
rules.
Is that Rochester?
Yeah, take a
No,
picture of it.
Marlboro.
I'll take a
I'll
picture
take a
of it,
picture of
yeah.
it, because we should get a sign.
Well, Sanford had one,
Rochester
but
rec
I don't
is
know who
huge.
maintained that one.
I
It
don't
didn't
think
look
anything
that
ever
healthy
happened
last
with it.
year.
I mean, their ice skating arena is really awesome.
Well, that-
Sorry.
As a member of the Warren Finance Committee, give you guys a chance to think about this. I'm gonna be asking, and hopefully the whole Warren Finance Committee will be this year, from all the different departments, to come up with a 5-year plan on what you're looking at for the rec, the next 5 years. For a few reasons, for tax purposes, obviously, and give the voters a little heads up on what's going on. To get grants, you have to have a plan. And recreation, there's a lot of grants out there.
Right.
So some of this stuff, that you want to do, because down the road, hopefully, I would hope that the rec's going to expand what it does for the community, especially for the children. And one thing that this community has failed at, miserably, outside of the school, I'm not talking about school, is supporting our young kids in this town, especially at the teenage level. So I think that I would like to see the rec department to build a rec center,
we have the land.
because these kids have nothing
To do.
to do in this town.
Yep.
And
There's so many bad things they can get into just down the road, well, just here as well.
no, this is what I'm saying,
Yeah.
you can get into this stuff.
Yeah.
And there's things that you need to look forward to, like up at, even at the field. You need to put irrigation on that field. You gotta put an artesian well in. Both the fields down the school are in such good shape, because when I built them, they both were built with irrigation. And that's why you go down there and everything's all green. And so there's just different things like this. Obviously, you guys can talk about whatever you want to do, but it can all be part of the plan that hopefully the Warren Finance Committee may be asking for. And the townspeople have always been very supportive, especially when it anything to do with kids. I mean, you see it this year, Chris, and I didn't want me to start an uproar, but we was talking about increasing the price for kids to belong to the rec,
Right,
and everybody was against it.
right,
Because they didn't want to listen to me, or they just were against it.
right.
Because it's all about the kids. And as long as you guys remember that, it's not about this finance committee.
Politics.
It's not about the selectmen, it's not about, you guys are doing a good job, as far as I'm concerned, you're really heading in the right direction.
Thanks for saying that, because I think that's my motto after Chris kind of joined the rec, and I said, we get frustrated, there's always going to be that one person out there that brings you down, but I said, you just got to look at your kids' faces. I mean, that's what we do it for, so it's true what you're saying, yeah.
Everything is about the kids.
About the kids, exactly.
That's why
Thank
the
you.
playground, they've got the playground they've got.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, because it's so long ago, don't realize
Yeah.
because they had pennies for the playground.
Oh,
They had
cool.
it for 10 years. And when it come to build that playground, it was over $20,000 that the kids had raised. towards that
Amazing.
playground.
We should do that for the rec.
And